Hey, how's it going again, Guardians? LVnative here with another Destiny video for you. Well, it is Tuesday, May 30th, time for another Destiny Weekly Reset, but before we get into that, let's go ahead and take a real quick look at
the feature comment of the day.
And today's feature comment comes to us from the Frosty Gamer, and he says, I think I should be comment of the day, cause every Tuesday I come to this channel to see the resets. Well, thank you for tuning in every single week for that, man. And remember, guys, if you would like to be the next feature comment of the day, all you gotta do, smack that like button, drop a comment in the section below, and I just might pick yours to be the very next featured comment of the day. So starting things off, as usual, with the weekly featured raid, we are back in the Vault of Glass, with the Templar and Atheon challenges active as always. For the Challenge of Elders, we have Precision Kill bonus, Ironclad, and Small Arms. Make sure you can do this up to 3 times to get yourself some legendary marks. The weekly Nightfall strike this time around is going to be Epic, Berserk, Small Arms, Chaff, and Match Game. We're going to be killing some Scion Flares this time around. Love Small Arms, one of my favorites, so I'm definitely going to be knocking out a few Nightfalls on all my characters this week. The Siva Crisis Heroic Strike playlist has Heroic, Solar Burn, Berserk, and Brawler. Make sure that you're doing this one time at least, guys, to get that Treasure of Ages, as well as legendary marks for your first 3 strikes. The weekly story playlist is going to have modifiers of Heroic, Void Burn, and Small Arms. Void Burn and Small Arms, hello Steel Medulla, exotic version of course. Get that Treasure of Ages, and you can get up to 100 legendary marks, 20 at a time, 5 times, just from playing through these stories. Very good way to get a lot of marks each and every week. And this week we are going to be doing the Iron Lords mission playlist. And for the weekly PvP, we have got Mayhem Rumble. Make sure you're playing at least one match to get that Treasure of Ages as well. As always, we're going to stop by and see Tira Karn in the Iron Temple and see what artifacts that she has for us this week. So yeah, looks like we have got the Memory of Jolder with a straight strength roll. This is the one that removes your sprint cooldown penalty. Up next, we have the Memory of Silmar with an intellect and discipline roll. In the Crucible, resistance to damage over time attacks is greatly increased. And last up, we have the Memory of Timur with an intellect and strength roll. Melee attacks on minor minions of the darkness have a chance to temporarily turn the target against its allies. As usual, guys, you want to go to the tower and go see Lord Shaxx, pick up both of his bounties he's got, and this time around we have got Back to Basics, which is going to be in the Clash match type. Complete 7 matches, 50 primary kills, 25 assisted kills, and 25 ability kills. Also, we got a game of Rift, you guessed it, in the Rift match type. Complete 7 matches, 50 primary kills, 25 assisted kills, and make sure you stop that doggone runner. Make sure you guys are doing each of these each and every week if you've got the time, as you will be getting great rewards, as both of these will give you Nightfall tier rewards. And right across the way with the Crucible Quartermaster, make sure you're doing his bounties here to get the Auto Rifle, Scout Rifle, Fusion Rifle, Sidearm kills, and Heavy Weapon kills. These give you fantastic chances at some great weapons, not only old Iron Banner stuff, but just great legendary weapons in general. So if you're someone who likes to play a lot of Crucible, make sure you're doing these each and every week, especially, we don't have it this week, but especially if we had the one for the hand cannons, as you can get God rolled IS Lunas, stuff like that. So every week do these, as you're going to get some really decent rewards, more than likely, each and every week. As far as the weapons go for the reset this week, we're going to start it off right with the Crucible Quartermaster and the 0-Day Dilemma. Now this is going to be the slower rate of fire and higher impact version of your auto rifles, but this has got a really interesting roll. So we have got Counterbalance, Small Bore or Rifled Barrel. In this case, I'm going to say go with Rifled Barrel to get the absolute best range stat, but if you want a little extra stability with Small Bore, not a bad option either. But we also have Rodeo. In case you guys don't know, anytime you have Rodeo and Counterbalance on the same weapon, it makes for a very stable weapon with very predictable and easily recoil patterns. So I'm going to definitely be picking this up because I've been looking for that slower auto rifle that had both of these, and this is the first time I've seen it, so definitely picking it up. We have the red dot ORA, the steady hand, and the OEG rifle scope as well. As if we didn't need another God-rolled palindrome, we have another one in a different flavor. So, you can already see we got luck in the chamber. So we're dealing with the luck in the chamber pally with rifled barrel, Icarus or hot swap. Icarus for those jump shots, and true sight is very, very good as well. Not the absolute best sight, but one of my favorites. So yeah, true sight, Icarus, rifled barrel, luck in the chamber. Many out there would call this a god roll, and I can't argue with you. Especially if you're someone who likes to do the little jump shots, this is pretty fantastic. So if for whatever reason you haven't gotten your hands on a good hand cannon, definitely pick this one up this week, especially if you're looking for that hand cannon for a good old PvP experience. Alright, so for the Vanguard Quartermaster, we are looking not that great. He does have a couple of weapons that are halfway decent. One, the Partheon shot. Now this is not going to be as good of a god roll as last week's was, but if you missed out on that one and you're looking for a good pulse rifle, still not too bad. Headseeker, always welcome on any pulse rifle that you get. We have Perfect Balance or Feathered Mag, go with the Perfect Balance, and Outlaw, given those increased weapon reloads when you get those precision kills. This is pretty good. Or you can go with Feeding Frenzy, so you get an increased reload with every kill. Now you do get a greater benefit with Outlaw, but remember those have to be precision kills. So either of those are fine. You get the red dot ORA2, the Sure Shot IS, and the OEG rifle scope. In this case, I would just go with that Sure Shot. You get that great target acquisition. And so all in all, this is a halfway decent, heavy impact, lower rate of fire pulse rifle. So if you need one, and for whatever reason you haven't picked one up yet, this could do you pretty good service. And right next door to the Partheon shot, we got the good old Angel's Advocate Scout Rifle. Now, if you're someone who loves the Mida multi-tool archetype, I know I do, this one kind of falls right in line with it. Now, there have been some weeks when this has had an absolute killer roll. This one, not too bad. I just wanted to show it off to a couple people who still might be looking for a scout rifle. So, third eye, yeah, not bad, but we have artifacts that can give us third eye now, so I would really like to see something else right here. Braced frame, always welcome on any type of scout rifle or high caliber rounds, so you have to choose. Myself, I love how high caliber rounds helps make it to where that flinch is out of control, makes it more difficult for people to shoot back at you, both in PvE and PvP. So high caliber rounds on a scout rifle I'm usually a big fan of, but you're just going to have to see, is it worth not having all that extra stability from braced frame. We got the life support or mulligan, either are okay. I really like life support, especially again in PvP. You get in a shootout with someone, but you get the final kill. As soon as you kill them, a lot of times your health just instantly starts to regenerate. So very nice perk as well. For the scopes, the red dot ORA, the ranged lens RLS3, and the reflex sight. Strolling on over to the FWC Future War Colt, what have you got for us this time around? With the Whale Hand Cannon, this has a very interesting, almost like quasi Fatebringer roll. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. We have got Firefly, Triple Tap, or Hammer Forge. Yeah, it just depends on what you're doing, but I like a little extra range, especially on hand cannons, so I think I would go Hammer Forged. Explosive rounds or quick draw. So with the explosive rounds and Firefly, we got a little bit of like a poor man's version of a Fatebringer for you. So steady hand, Sure Shot, which is always great to have. Not a bad roll, guys, not perfect, but just kind of a fun one I wanted to show you. Everything else here is fairly average. Of course, we have the Wormwood, which is going to be, it seems like a pretty much god roll every single week. This time around, reactive reload, fitted stock, quick draw, and true sight. Very decent weapon as well. He's had better Wormwoods in the past, but this one is still solid. And again, for whatever reason, if you just don't have a good sidearm yet, what are you waiting for, guys? Go pick yourself up one of these. Strolling on over to Dead Orbit. Sad to say this time, guys, nothing really that good. Extremophile, when I saw it had Hidden Hand, it perked my interest. After that, I very, very quickly lost my interest, so nothing good there. And that's just kind of across the board. There's okay rolls on here, and I'll kind of slowly scroll through. But honestly, if you didn't go and see Dead Orbit at all this week, you wouldn't really be missing out on too much. Not weapon-wise anyways, they're just not that great this week. It's alright, maybe next week we'll get that God rolled last ditch for everyone who doesn't have a good shotgun yet. And last up, guys, new Monarchy. You know that we're usually disappointed with these, and it's not because he doesn't get good rolls on his weapons, it's just the weapons that he gives us, they're a little lackluster. So, the Assembly 2, we need to have some major stability improvements, and we just don't have them on this one. The Freewheel 3, nothing really special there, honestly. This is the only one that's got a kind of a decent roll here for the Impeacher. So, instead of the Wormwood, if you like the absolute super high rate of fire, this is going to be a little different flavor for you, but a very similar roll. So, reactive reload and fitted stock. High caliber rounds or quick draw, go with the high caliber for sure. And steady hand, fast draw, and quick draw. So, with the reactive reload, fitted stock, and high caliber, I believe that's the exact same 3 set that they have for the Wormwood this week, which I already told you was a pretty decent roll. So, same thing applies here, but just a little bit lower impact, faster rate of fire. If that's your flavor, go ahead and pick it up. You could do a whole heck of a lot worse. Alright, Guardians, that's going to wrap it up for this week's weekly reset and vendor rolls. I hope you enjoyed this or found it useful. If you did, do me a quick favor, smack that like button, and in the comment section below, I want to know, what do you guys plan on farming this week? What's the big carrot that you're going after? Myself, I still need just a couple pieces of armor from the Vault of Glass in order to get my full set, so I'm probably going to be running through with that. But I want to know, what are you guys going to be planning on doing this week? But as always, Guardians, this is LVnative. You guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next one.